Hello everybody, my name is Candice and I'm here today with my buddy Jim. And now that the weather's warm, I'm really excited to get outdoors and do some do-it-yourself projects with Western Red Cedar. What are we building today?
Well, today we're going to do a modern take on a historic favorite, an Adirondack chair. We're going to make it comfortable, we're going to make it cool and sleek, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Say that word again.
Adirondack.
Very good.
Not bad.
Not bad. Let's do it. So Jim, for this project, we're using a beautiful naughty grade of Western Red Cedar, correct?
Yes, absolutely. And what we've done is we've sourced 2x6 and 1x6, and we'll rip all our components with a table saw out of all that.
This is ideal material for outdoor use. I just love this stuff.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's resistant to rot and insects. It takes a variety of finishes really, really well. Or you can just leave it and it develops a beautiful silver patina that we all love.
I love that look.
Yeah.
It's
There you
so
go.
beautiful. And for all these plans and do-it-yourself projects, you can just check out the link below. So Jim, all of our lengths are cut and most of our prep work is done. So what have we got going on here?
Well, right now this is a leg, and this is the most complex piece of the whole project. These facets here are basically the launching points for the angles of all the parts of the chair. So you want to get them right. You'll find in the downloadable plans that all the measurements are there. What I normally do is I cut this angle first, and then I take all my measurements from here and lay it out. Just take your time laying it out because it's once it's laid out properly, it's really quite easy. After that, I do all my through cuts first. A through cut is when you're just running your saw right through these 4 cuts. This cut, which is an internal cut, you're cutting into the wood from 2 sides. I use my skill saw, I come to that point, but I hold it back, leave it a little bit, and then the round of the blade will leave a bit of material as well. You take a handsaw later and just kind of cut those out. And that's about it. So as long as you're careful in the layout, it's fine. Now, if you've made a little bit of a mistake and it's off by a degree or 2, not a big deal, because what you're going to do now is you're going to take this piece, turn it down, scribe it onto the next piece, and cut an identical leg out of this. So if it's off a little bit, as long as they're both the same, everything's fine. But just take your time and it'll work out just fine.
Perfect. Well, let's get to it because I love the smell of fresh cut Western Red Cedar.
I'm with you on that.
So Jim, we have the front legs done and the back legs. Now we're just going to put it all together.
That's correct. So what I've got here is a block to hold this even with that. This is the rear leg, that's the front leg. I take a dimension off the plan to set the height of this in relation to that. I use the speed square, mark it, and I set it up like this on the mark. I know that it's 1.5 inches off the front of the leg, so I'm just using a block in this case. There, perfect. Now I'm ready to glue and screw it together.
And what kind of fasteners do you recommend?
In this case, I'll be using stainless steel 2.5-inch screws. We find stainless steel great for exterior projects because stainless steel is essentially impervious to anything and it doesn't stain the wood.
Exactly. And you know what I love about Western Red Cedar is it's sustainable, renewable, and it's a green choice that we can all be proud of. Hey Jim, this is really coming together.
Well, thanks. It is
Looking good.
working out real well.
Yeah.
So this of course is the leg base. We're going to move on to the chair back next, and we're going to build that independently. But before we do that, the chair back will eventually slot right in here. And in order for the fasteners to, or in order for it to take a lot of weight, because it will be a stress point on the chair, I'm going to pre-drill for a few of these shear screws. Shear screws, really powerful. They'll take any weight we throw at them, but because the shaft is so big, we like to pre-drill. So that's what we're going to do right now. So here we go.
So Jim, we're now heading on to the back of this, right?
Yes, we are.
I can't believe how fast this is going.
Well, that's because cedar's just a marvelous wood to work with.
Yeah.
It's light, it's straight, it's true. The tools love it, and it's just wonderful.
Nice.
And move it up like
so now
that.
we line this up here, right?
And we're gonna, first thing we're gonna do is fasten that board right there.
Okay.
Then we'll fasten this one. I've marked them all based on the plans, so it makes it easy. We're going to start, because everything's kind of moving around, we're going to start with this screw down here, lined up. I've also marked these members as well, based on the plans. And then we're going to start right with that screw there. Keeping in mind that what really matters here, this is going to be buried below the lower seat, so not super crucial. Up here, you're going to see it. We want this to be dead straight. That's the top of the seat. That's what really counts. Okay. So as we're putting it together, my mark should work out, but I'm always glancing over here, just making sure everything's right up there.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay?
Jim, I see we've used screws here at the bottom.
Yes, so that's all fastened.
Yeah.
Now we're going to use brad nails, stainless steel brad nails up here. Okay. The only reason we're doing that is because these screws are what we call blind. You won't see them once the thing is put together, so you won't see those. If we put screws up here, it's just a visual thing. It's just your eyes will catch the screws, whereas the brads, the tiny holes from the brad nails, eventually you just won't even see them.
Perfect.
So that's what we're doing.
Yeah,
so we're going to start, I've pre-marked all this. We're going to start right here with a single. You can put your ears on. The glasses. There we go, and boom, one. Then I'm going to go over to this side. So that's that. That was easy with the brads. So now we've completed this. And now it's time to fasten this to the chair legs. Okay. So we'll just kind of move this. We'll move this off. We'll bring over the chair legs.
Okay. Righty.
So Candace and I have the chair leg system here. Oh. We put it in place. It's on its side, just for reference.
Here's the back.
And now here's the back. Candace has got the back. We're placing the back. We're going to attach this cross member to the leg system. This is all based on, we've got some lines here, some shadowy lines here that we've taken off the plan. Remember, we did pre-drill this for the shear screw, so that's what we're up to now. Okay. So I'm going to pre-drill again into the new member for the shear screw. Okay, so we've got the big shear screw in. It's in the right position. So now to lock that in place, I'm going to put a little toe screw in here. Again, it's from the back side, so you won't see it. So I take my screw, and this is going to lock it up. There, so that's not going anywhere. Now we're going to flip the chair, Candace and I, and we're going to repeat the process from the other side.
So we're moving on to the knee braces?
Yes.
And the arms.
And the arms, exactly. So the idea with the knee braces they're going to give more strength to these 2x6 arms, because there will be a tendency to have them twist this way. The knee braces will stop all that. The knee braces, I've already put a mark here based on the plans where they go, and we're going to glue and screw these knee braces in from the back side. 3-inch screw up here, but down here, because it's a tapered object, you want to use a 2 5/8, 2.5-inch screw down here just so you don't blow through. So I'm going to go ahead and fasten this right now.
So Jim, the knee braces are all secure.
Yes, they are.
And now we're going to move on to these.
You got it.
Alrighty.
So we're going to take this arm. I've marked the bottom of this arm in the location it's going to go up here. I'm not going to worry about the back yet. I'm going to flip it over. I'll put a little glue on this one. Just this joint tends to be get a bit of stress, depending on what kind of person's sitting in there and how much stress is in them. so we're going to do this. In we come. Can you hold this from the back?
Jim, these arms look fantastic and sturdy.
Thank you. Very sleek.
So now we're moving on to the bum panels.
Yeah, we call that a seat, Candace. Now is a good time to mention that we've rounded over a lot of the edges on this project. There's 3 ways of doing that. We used a router, but you could use a router, you could use a block plane, you could use a sander, or a combination of all, whatever you feel comfortable with. So now we're going to move on and we're going to install the bum panels.
Okay. Jim, this was a super fun project.
Yes, it was.
I'm so excited the way it turned out, and they're so comfortable.
They're very comfortable.
I mean, I could relax here all evening.
You know, we're putting them to good use. Yeah. Dogs love them too.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And you know what I love about Western Red Cedar is the variety of hues that it comes in.
Yes, it's a lot of tonal range.
And it's pitch and resin free.
It is.
It'll take to stains and other coatings.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's almost anything you throw at it.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
I love it.
Yeah, well, cheers.
Cheers to you. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this project. If so, give us a like and subscribe down there. And if you want to see some other projects, let us know in the comments below. You can get the plans to this project right there or in the video description. And if you want to see any other DIY projects, like the cedar sectional sofa, click here.